Hey, what's up, YouTube? Um, I'm down the street right now. Um, I came down to the Dunkin' Donuts to kind of get out of my space and to clear my head a little bit. Like, it's been a rough couple of days. Sorry, there was a gentleman that was just walking behind me. That's why I was looking behind me because I wasn't trying to get him in my video. But anywho, um, the last couple of days have been kind of rough. Like, I've been extremely stressed. Like I said, like, I was thinking about it too, like over the weekend. Like, I've been kind of like in a funk ever since I came back from court that second time. Because like I had mentioned yesterday briefly, like in my little video where I was showing the actual final eviction notice that was placed on my door. Like, even if it was the sheriff, like, they didn't knock on my door was open, they just put it on my door and then they just walked right past, didn't knock on my door, didn't present it in my hand, nothing like that. But even prior to that, because that literally just happened yesterday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday, like, I was thinking about, like, when I was in court and they gave me the opportunity, to kind of give my viewpoint of how this whole little situation, has been affecting me. And it's like, in general, I'm mainly, I would say 90% a strong-willed person, you know, pretty much independent. Like, I don't, like, let a lot of stuff bother me for the most part. But when you're constantly on edge and your buttons are being pushed and you're constantly dealing with, like, survival mode situations and struggling and, dealing with unsavory characters, like, really pretty much on a daily basis, that stuff starts to wear on you. So like I said, I have been extremely stressed. I've been completely frustrated, confused, like any other adjective that you can fit into that space. That's how I've been feeling. Like I said, since I started this job, like, even my hair has been falling out. So I've been dealing with that. That's why I keep my headbands on, because I don't want y'all to see my little thin spot on the top, and then I'm constantly just on edge. Like, I haven't felt right since court. That was Thursday. Like, over the weekend, like on Saturday, like, one minute I feel like my stomach's in knots, like I have the BGs, which I really didn't, but that's what it felt like. And then the next minute it feels like nervous knots or whatever. So I know that was stress. Like, I've even had the stress pain, like on the top part of my right arm. It's gone away now, but like for the last couple of weeks I've been dealing with that. Like, I just feel like, for the most part, nobody gives a shit. Like, nobody gives a shit. Half the time I don't have nobody to talk to. And if I do, people are so quick to throw out their judgments, their criticisms, and stuff like that. And sometimes I just need to vent, or sometimes I just need to get stuff off my chest. Like, so even since then, with the court and how uneasy I was feeling about that, my stomach being upset, so I pretty much was in bed all day Saturday. Now I got my final eviction notice on the door. So I'm technically homeless, y'all. That's why I have been here at this hotel. And when I was working that breakfast job is the reason why I was able to have a regular steady place to stay pretty much for about a year and a half. Now here I'm back in the same situation that I was prior to me coming to this hotel, of not having anywhere to go. I don't have family. Like, I don't have family. It's just me. Like, I feel like Hercules, literally, carrying the world on my shoulders, and the world is constantly pushing down and pushing down and pushing down until, like, literally the whole world is going to crush me up underneath that big old globe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really get too emotional too much, and I try not to allow myself to get into that space. But I go through stuff. I'm human. I'm human. I don't have a regular support system like most people do. I don't have a husband. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have family around. I don't have anybody to really help me do stuff. So I'm going through stuff because one person that has been around, I don't call them a friend no more, but they have been around, they do nothing but give me the blues. So I'm literally on the tail end of that. Plus, I'm dealing with my eviction. Plus, the people that I'm paying, I am paying them. I don't really feel they're doing what I need them to do, but just not in a timely enough fashion. So that puts more stress on me. Now I have to worry about trying to go somewhere else. Like, I literally haven't had the stress of having to worry about, paying room rent and all that stuff. And like I said, I'm going to explain that. Like, I literally was writing out the stuff because I feel it flows a little bit better and I can get my thoughts together first on paper before, I record another video. But right now, I'm going through it right now. I'm going through it, and I just really feel like I'm out here by myself, you know. And then it's like my neighbor helps, because, you know, I can throw things off of her and stuff like that sometimes. But this stuff sucks, y'all. It sucks. It sucks. Like, I don't have no family around. Like, and then like the few family that like I might be in contact with, we're pretty much just Facebook friends. That's it. You know, and it's like at one point I had tried to get back in my little therapy program that I was in. Like, it's been rough. Like, I've been trying my best to deal with everything on my own, but it's too much for me to have to deal with. And
How you doing, sweetie?
I'm all right. How are you? So I'm just, you know, this is just not one of my better days. I've had better days. So now I have to most likely like rent a U-Haul or whatever to get the stuff up out of my room. And I want to have everything done by Sunday, you know, because I don't want to have to be there when the people are actually coming knocking on the door, you know, to kick me out. Because I've known other people that have been evicted before. Like, they don't care about your stuff. Like, they'll just throw your shit out the door. They don't care if they damage your stuff or whatever. Like, I don't want to have to go through all that. Like, I've been through enough. Like, I literally have been through enough. Like, I don't want to have to be going through this right now. Like, I really don't. But people don't care. They don't care. They don't care, you know. And I have people checking up on me from time to time, you know, which I appreciate. I do. You know, I do have people that are thinking about me and all that type of stuff. But I mean, it's still difficult. Like, it's not easy, y'all. It's not easy. You know, I mean, I didn't even make it to like one whole year's worth of me being at my job, you know. And at this point, like I said, like, in a matter of fact, I had to quit my other job because the new general manager that came, she was horrible. She was horrible. Everything was cool. Everything was cool. Everybody got along. Nobody was damaging the property, nothing. Everything was cool. All the co-workers got, well, you know, they got along well together and everything. You know, but I had to quit. I had to quit because that new general manager that came in, she was horrible. And I mean, I could talk about that in a whole nother video, but right now I'm dealing with this shit. You know, I'm dealing with this shit right now in my current time and space. And it's like, I'm trying to do things different, y'all. Like, I'm trying to be more spiritually grounded. You know, for the longest time, I felt like I was being punished because ever since my mom passed, like, life has just not been the same for me. It hasn't been the same. You know, and then I have the most horrible people that I encounter that are supposed to be friends, that are supposed to be helpful and everything like that. It's like, I always seem to value the friendship more than they do. And I get talked about constantly behind my back when all I do is try to be the best friend that I possibly can. And it's multiple people. It's been multiple people. I mean, even the Jezebel, you know, all I try to do was be a good friend. And then in court, she gonna lie on me and say that everything changed once I came to the property. I'm like, look, lady, I was not the troublemaker. I'm not the one going in and out of all these different people's rooms. I'm not the one with the drinking problem. I'm not the one yelling and screaming and cussing people out and doing all these horrible negative things. So again, that was a lie, you know. But then they want to be all apologetic and stuff like that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. It's not that I can't forgive you, but I don't want to hear all that. At this point, I just want you to leave me alone. Like, I really feel like the only judge that was, you know, on my side was the white lady that, you know, awarded me my peace order against her. You know, the first dude was cool. Like, you know, he accepted the first peace order when I had saw the black judge for the first time. You know, that's the one that we were just in front of on Thursday. The first time, you know, when I was in front of him, she wasn't in court. Like, I guess they didn't know that they were supposed to bring her to court that day. So then that's why I had to come back. Like I said, I've been in court so much within this last like month and a half. It's ridiculous. And trust me, like, after this, I don't want to have to deal with no types of this. Like I said, I'm 50 years old now. Like, I've never had to go to court. I've never had to keep calling the cops and putting peace orders on people and stuff just to have my peace. You know, I just need one thing to work out in my favor. Right now, I just need one thing to work out in my favor. That's it. Without having to pull teeth, without having to constantly yell and scream and cuss and fuss, because I don't like to have to act that way. Like, I'm trying to do things so much different now, you know, but I know that the good Lord is doing some type of work through me right now. That's why, you know, people are constantly hating on me. They're jealous of me. They're talking smack about me so much behind my back, like my whole entire life. Like, even with my mom's family, like I said, I haven't had no contact. Like, people on my mom's family probably don't even know that I'm still alive, honestly. Like, my cousin, when my mom passed, sent me an email sending her condolences. She sent me an email. My other cousin talking about she told her sister she didn't know what to say to me. That's why she didn't call. Like, thanks, y'all. We're literally connected by DNA. But people don't care. And then, like, my mom's best friend put it best. She was like, Tracy, when people really haven't been there for you, you can't expect them to be there for you when you really want them to. And that makes perfect sense. It still hurts like hell. But I mean, it made sense when she said it, you know, and I know it was coming from a good place because, I mean, like, towards the end or whatever, my mom really only had like 3 people that I can honestly say that were really truly friends to her, you know. And then here I have to constantly go through crap like this, and I'm by myself. I'm always by myself. Like, this shit never gets any easier, no matter how I exhaust every single effort to bring forth positive change. I don't want to be cussing and fussing at people and constantly feeling like I'm on the defense all the time. I work and go home. That's it. You know, I had to quit my other job, like I said, because the general manager was horrible. And then, you know, she said some slick stuff to me. So, you know, so I said some slick stuff back because I'm sorry, I'm a black female. You know, I could be confrontational if I have to. It's a defense mechanism. I've had to do that my whole entire life for certain people. Do I choose to act that way now? No, I do not, unless I absolutely have to. She came at me slick. I came back at her slick. But then I heard that, you know, she had like a medical emergency like months later. And I just happened to be in the area where her regular location was. So I literally just popped in. I told my friend, you know, can we pop in here real quick? Because, you know, I need to extend an olive branch, you know, to my old general manager. And then, you know, he's like, okay, cool, no problem. And I was just down there because I was checking up on my friend because, you know, his mom hasn't been doing well and I haven't seen him in years. So since I happened to be in the area, you know, I was checking up on my folks. So somebody that used to tell me all the time when we were at work, you know, since they were managing 2 properties and they're dealing with all these different personalities and stuff like that, they started their day, you know, with their heavenly father, saying prayers, affirmations, all this stuff, you know, making sure that they have a good day. They're prophesizing that they're going to have a good day. Okay, fine. But when I actually came to you and I legit was trying to extend an olive branch to you, then, you know, if you really truly were spiritually grounded in your, you know, spiritual walk, then when I literally was trying to extend an olive branch to you, you wouldn't have shapeshifted like you did, you know, and said the slick stuff out of your mouth and then pretty much kick me off your property. So are you truly a Christian? Yeah. Anywho, like I said, you know, I have my good and my bad days. Like I said, these last few days haven't been all that great. And then, like I said, my day got started off on a not so great foot because things that I needed to have done weren't getting done. And that has me in my feelings. It has me in my feelings. Like, I literally don't know where I'm going to go. Like, I have to leave my room on Sunday and I don't know where I'm going to go yet. I haven't figured it out. I mean, I still have a few days, but I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't figured it out. So when I get back to my room, you know, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, record my non-payment of rent video that I was trying to get out yesterday. But I mean, I was being productive doing other stuff, you know, so I was able to get some other stuff done yesterday, which was cool. But I mean, you know, I'm human, y'all. I'm human. And I've been going through a lot for the last 9 months, pretty much by myself for the most part. I would say like at least like 80% of the time. And then like when people are around, it's not really, you know, it's not really always like welcoming company. And then like even like when I was going to the beach and stuff, like I need to do a video about that too, because that dude is a weirdo, y'all. He a weirdo. And you know, I made it clear, like, I'm not trying to holler at you or date you or anything like that, because I'm not even in a position right now that I can even entertain that type of stuff, you know. And I'm going through too much. And some people you just can't be nice to. Some people you just can't be friends with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had to eliminate so many people out of my life at this point. Like, that's why, like, I'm like the lone soldier now. And then that applies too to my whole little non-payment of rent video that, you know, I'm going to mention, you know, when I finally get back to my room and I record my next video. But I'm sorry, y'all, that I'm not all happy-go-lucky and my regular bubbly, vibrant self. I'm not even spunky or, you know, being overly sassy or anything like that. Like, you know, today just was an off day. You know, it was an off day. And I need things to be better. I need things to get better. You know, I haven't even been able to like literally focus on my job search because of all this crazy that's been going on. So now I have to figure out where I'm going first. And then I have to update my resume and all that stuff. And then, you know, from there I can move on to the next step. So anywho, it's more traffic and activity going on right now. You know, folks are unloading stuff for the Dunkin' Donuts. The guy just left that was unloading stuff, you know, at the liquor store and whatnot. So I'm not going to stay on here for too much longer. But I guess I'm going to play my little lottery and then I'm going to head back to the room. I just had to get out for today. Like, I haven't been out of that room for days. And, you know, I just need to get out to get some fresh air, to stretch my legs, you know, to kind of clear my mind. It's hard for me to focus, y'all. Like, when I have things that I have to do, like, I'm just so used to focusing and doing what I have to do to knock whatever task out that I have at the time. But when I'm so bombarded with this bullshit, you know, and then I'm paying people to do something, and then like my stuff is not getting done in a timely fashion, and then people are still talking shit about me. Like, even like when Sanjay, that's why I put that in the video the other day. Don't question me about when I'm leaving and stuff like that. That's not your place to ask me and to question me those sorts of things. Like I said, my attorney was handling it. That's all you need to know. It's none of your business. And if Jason is not bothering me, and you know Mr. Sam better not bother me, because I already had to put a peace order on his ass too. Like, if they are not bothering me, then you have no right to question me. Period. So anywho, like I said, I'm gonna go play my little lottery. I'm gonna get me a drink, you know, and then I'm gonna go back to this depressing room and do this video, because it has to be put out. Like, I didn't even get a chance to officially tell my story about dude and why me and the Jezebel were beefing and all that stuff. Well, we weren't really officially beefing. Like I said, she stabbed me in my back. And like I said, you know, if we're cool, we're cool. But with the moment that we're not, like, I don't deal with that foolishness. Like, I'm mature now. Like, I don't have time to be playing like high school games with so-called grown folks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just don't fool around with the foolishness. Like, I just don't have time for it. But anywho, so like I said, you know, this video is almost at exactly 20 minutes. So let me go ahead and go so I can get myself situated, so I can get back in this room and I could record this next video. But I was hoping that things got off on a good foot when I had posted my little ladybug video from yesterday. But anywho, I mean, everything's still going to be all right. It's just right here in this current time and space, I just wasn't having the best of days. So, but like I said, I'm human and it's going to happen, you know. So, I mean, at least this is an outlet that I could, you know, the people that are worried about me and concerned about me, like, they know what I'm going through, because they can see my videos, like, without us having to text and call and be on Facebook and all that stuff, because I really don't even like to deal with Facebook no more. But I mean, at least now that I have this channel, you know, together and everything, people can see what I'm actually going through, like, pretty much on my regular day-to-day right now. since I'm still going through my little eviction process and stuff. So, but anywho, y'all, like, thanks for taking the time to watch my videos. I'm going to go ahead and explain my non-payment of rent video when I get back situated and all that stuff. So it will actually be 3 videos. This is the second one, and then I'm actually getting my non-payment of rent video out because I want it out there. Like, I want everybody to know that these shysters are not going to get away with misusing and abusing and bullying people and discriminating against people and retaliating against people and all this stuff. Like, what they're doing is horrible. It's horrible. These people are horrible, and they can't continue to get away with the foolishness. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Somebody has to take a stand and do something. So if I'm crazy, because like I said, I was called crazy recently by one of my coworkers, one of my former coworkers, that we've been cool this whole entire time, but you're gonna call me crazy because I have to take a stand and do something. Somebody has to do something. You got fired too and you didn't do nothing. Okay, fine, that's on you. But I've lived here and I've had to endure way more foolery, fuckery, bullshit from these people. And you don't think that I'm supposed to take a stand? I'm crazy because I'm taking a stand because I don't want to be mistreated anymore. Okay, fine. You know, y'all haven't seen Crazy Tracy, like I said. Some of y'all have seen Crazy Tracy. But I'm just saying, in general, most of y'all haven't. And like, there's no reason for me to act that way. But if I have to, I will. But in this case, I'm not being crazy because I'm taking a stand for myself and other people too that are in my same exact situation that need help. So if that makes me crazy, fine. I'll be crazy. Like, I've been called so many assholes literally within the last couple of days that it's not even, it don't make no sense. But a lot of crap that's been going on, like literally within the last couple of months, doesn't make no sense. Sorry, y'all. You know I'm outside. But anywho. So I'm going to go ahead and go because it's like a lot of traffic and noise and stuff. So I'll see y'all when I get back in my room when I record my next video. All right, y'all. Stay blessed. Be safe. And I'll see y'all in maybe like a couple of hours. Hope y'all having a great hump day. All right. I'll holla. Tracy out.